Hey everybody, so I'm back with part 2 of starting Disney Magic Kingdoms, and it's been a few days since I made part 1 actually, so I hope I remember kind of where we left off. So let's head over. I know we're still in the very beginning of this game, and we had Goofy doing a task, and now there's a connection error. I hope not. Hold on, let me check my Wi-Fi. No, my Wi-Fi looks good. Okay, so let me collect this magic that's ready from Mickey's house and from Mickey's Fun Wheel. And Goofy, as we can see down here, well, now he's hidden behind the Fun Wheel, but he's all done with his task. And we can also see Mickey Mouse and Pete and Woody just walking around. So let's tap on Goofy now so he can finish his task. And maybe in this video I won't read through all the dialogue. Okay, so there's a part 2. Send Goofy to use his best judgment. Question mark. He's going to eat a sandwich. It's going to take 20 seconds to eat a sandwich. All right, go Goofy. I just wish he wasn't hidden back there. I guess I could move this. Yeah, I can move that. So I just tap on it and drag it and place it there. And Merlin was hiding behind the Fun Wheel also. So there's Goofy completing his task. There's Merlin just standing and watching the little guests that are visiting. It looks like I'm in some kind of decorate mode. And so I'm going to hit the back arrow at the top right to get out of there. Okay, Goofy's done. Oh, Goofy ate Pete's sandwich, it looks like. And what does Goofy want to do now? Send Goofy to run for cover. It's another quick 20-second task. And let's see what running for cover looks like. So he's kind of just going all over, looking really worried. Okay, and Mickey is up in the top left, which makes me think he has something particular. No, I don't think he has something particular for us to do. So this is just what we can send Mickey to do to earn some stars and some magic, but nothing that looks like it's like central to moving our plot forward here. So I can send him to go do that. Okay, Goofy's done again. Got a few more stars, bit more magic. See, it's so interesting. It's just like little task after little task for him. Okay, so here's some info. Quests with this icon, which looks like it's got kind of 2 arrows, can be done for fun or when you're waiting on other things to finish. Okay, so they're not really necessary, is what it sounds like. Quests with this icon, which is a castle, advance the story in the kingdom. Okay, good to know. So we're right to keep focusing on Goofy because his tasks are going to advance the story. Mickey, we send him to brainstorm for 10 seconds just for something to do. Or he can search for friends for 60 seconds. But he gets a lot more magic and stars if he brainstorms. So let's have him do that. And it's not going to take long. It's only going to take 10 seconds. Let's see where he goes. He only has 10 seconds. And by the time he got there, he was done. Okay. All right, let's go back to Goofy. Send him to clean his tuba. Some quests have requirements to unlock them. Tapping go will take you to where you can complete the requirement. So yes, our green box on the right says go and has a lock. So we're not just going to be able to send him to do that. We need to build the playhouse. Goofy's playhouse, we can place it. So in the green box, it says place rather than the cost, which means we must own it already. So if I scroll to the right, you can see the cost and the buildings, some other buildings that will be available once we're able to afford them. Some really, oh my gosh, really cool things. I'm so excited. Haunted Mansion. Okay, back we go, back we go. Let's place Goofy's playhouse. And I remember from my first game that space becomes, what's the phrase? Space is at a premium, because you don't always have enough space to put things, like to fit enough buildings and things in the little area that you have unlocked. So yeah, space is at a premium in this game. So we put Goofy's house there. Let's zoom in on it really quick, just to take a little look at it closer. Cute. Really cute. And I do want to keep that next to Mickey's house since they're best buds. All right, we'll go back. And once you've completed a requirement for a locked quest, don't forget to return to it and start it. Okay, so now Goofy can do that quest because we built the house. So we'll go back here and again try and send him to clean his tube at home. And for only 12 seconds, again, by the time he gets in the house, he's not going to have very long to clean the tuba. And because he's in that structure doing a quest, you can see the light radiating out of the bottom on the ground to tell you a character is in there. So when that's happening, that structure cannot be moved for redecoration purposes. Now Mickey has an exclamation mark. We're going to send Mickey to go catch up on reading. Research magic. Okay, so we know because it's at the top, that's in yellow. That's the task. But they're calling it here research magic. And he's going to stand right there and read. Oh dear, clearing the curse away seems to have unsettled some of the local fauna. There's Pluto, he's barking. Those birds are kind of scary and they're scaring you and our guests. We'll shoo them away. Tap ravens to shoo them away. We have to tap 25. Okay, we found 3. I don't know if we're supposed to find all 25 at once, though. Do I go, like, out here where we're not even open yet? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So let me tap that again. Okay, more will appear in, almost about 30 seconds. So they're on a timer. Oh, but because we're in the last 30 seconds of waiting now, we can just have them appear a little sooner. Ooh, if he comes out from behind the fun wheel. There we go. Another one's behind the fun wheel. Okay, was that all of them again? Yes, so we've got to wait a little longer. In the meantime, let's see what's up with Mickey and Merlin. It's time to do some more kingdom cleaning and curse lifting. Work that magic again. Oh, we get to open this? Do we have to pay to open this? Yes, clear the curse for 500 magic. Let's do it. And while we wait for that, let's go back to the ravens. No. JK. I am tapping on the raven quest and I can't do it. So I guess we have to wait until this area is all cleared. Oh, but there's a raven. Okay. Oop. It seems the efforts of my adversaries continue. Perhaps I shall have to keep a closer eye on my new domain. Now we can tap a few more ravens. There's one behind the wheel again. How am I going to get to that one? There it is. Okay, and Mickey. If we're going to start a band, we'll need a place to play. We just need the Philharmagic. Build Mickey's Philharmagic. To build the Philharmagic, you need to level up Mickey Mouse. Okay, so this takes us back to the character section. I know it's dim, but we are by like the character book icon that's in the bottom right corner of our home screen. This is where all the characters are, and it says you need an additional token to level up Mickey Mouse. Let's see how it can be collected. So we have 1 out of 2. Looks like Mickey's gloves. If I tap that, it tells us the tasks that can be done to possibly get us one of these tokens. So we can have Goofy visit a friend for 10 seconds, and that might earn us the token. So you can also see under requirements on the left, we needed 15 red balloons, we need 2 glove tokens, 2 Mickey ear hats, and 500 magic. So the green check mark is by the 3 things that we already have enough of, and we just need 1 more in order to level him up. And I want to make a note about this here, because while this is easy to do now in the beginning for Mickey and some of these early, really early characters, those requirements become harder over time. You have to get different tokens, of course, depending on the characters, and oftentimes a lot more of them, and the tokens are not easy to get. So leveling up a character, or even being able to welcome one in the first place, can take a very long time. So that is something I remember, and I've looked back at my saved game data now since I made part 1 for this game, that the part 1 video, and I am reminded of how slow I felt my progress was going and how difficult it was to make any progress on the characters, and I can see why that would really slow me down and deter me from playing. So it's easy enough right now, luckily, in the beginning with Mickey. So let's go ahead and see if we can send Goofy on this really quick little task. And it said it's common to get the gloves token. That doesn't necessarily mean it's guaranteed, it's just common. And we did get one. Okay, so let me tap a few more ravens before we go handle Mickey. Nope. Just kidding again for those ravens, because there's something else the game wants us to do. Okay, so back into characters. Mickey's got an exclamation point, and now we can see we have enough glove tokens. So it says leveling up characters can unlock new buildings and allow them to complete new activities. So let's tap level up. And this is not going to take very long, about 30 seconds. And again, once we get to that, actually to 30 seconds, it lets us just skip the rest of the timer for free. Mickey Mouse is now level 2. Our player level is at a 4. So we got some magic and we got a gem. And now it's pointing us to a task, or a quest, I should say, I guess. It wants us to build Mickey's PhilharMagic now. And we can for 500 magic, so let's do it. And I guess we can put it anywhere that we want to, so we might as well put it here where they suggest. I mean, that's fine for me for now. If I scroll around, it kind of takes it with us. But I don't really care where I put it at the moment. That's fine. So you can either hold your finger down on the structure and move it around, or you can keep your finger off and just tap one by one the green arrows on all 4 sides of it to have it move like square by square. And kind of depending on how tight of a fit it is in certain areas, sometimes just the tapping the arrows does work better than moving it all around with your finger. So we will just put it right here, and it's only going to take a minute to build. Some of the buildings and attractions do take longer further into the game. Now all I gotta do is add music. And there it goes. Oh, there are more ravens. Oh, how do I get that little sneaky guy? Can I get him? Got him. But if you tap on a building or attraction, it'll give you information on it. So it tells you what it is, and it tells you the length of time it takes for that building to earn rewards for you. So the rewards are 8 stars and 83 magic every 4 hours. Okay, I know I can see a raven here. Oh, I can see 2. But let me just show you one of the features that I like. Is say I was looking for the ravens over in this area and I can't find any. I don't know where any more ravens are. And this applies for any quest where you're finding a creature or a prop. Like sometimes we had to find balloons and stuff. So when you're trying to find something to tap on it to get rid of it, you can go to the quest and see how it says 23 out of 25. So I know I have 2 left to find, and I know that a few are still on the screen somewhere. So if I tap go, okay, one's coming on the screen, but still, if I tap go, it will take me to where some of them are. So if you're having a hard time finding some, but you know some are populated on the screen somewhere, then just, go into that quest again and say go, and it will take you directly to where some of them are. And Maleficent is back. So Mickey and Goofy both need our attention. Send Mickey to clean his gloves at home. Okay, that's a side quest, so that's fine. I just want to make sure that Goofy doesn't need Mickey for anything more important. Have Goofy teach Pete music at the PhilharMagic. Okay, we're going to have Goofy go do that task. We will send Mickey to clean his gloves at home. It's only a minute. And also this whole time I haven't had Woody do anything. So Woody's been hanging out here on Main Street. And we can have him stay busy for 60 seconds at a time. Sure. There he goes, pulling a string. Let's go check on Goofy. And if I'm looking at another character, and so I am not where Goofy is, if I still, press Goofy and the green check mark, it'll take me right to him. Send Goofy to practice for band practice. Okay. And he's practicing by playing his tuba. And we'll take care of Woody too. So again, instead of scrolling over to Woody, I'm going to just tap the icon in the top left. Send Woody to walk off his loneliness. Oh, okay, he had to officially finish that task first. Now we can send him to walk off his loneliness. Let's see what that looks like. Just walking around. And now he's hidden behind that tree. All right, let's check with Mickey. He's done cleaning his gloves. Woody is done. Woody needs something. Build Al's toy barn. So that would require us to get Woody to level 2. So what do we need? Oh, it's pop-up. What do we need for that? We need 5 of the Pixar balls, or no, is that the right? Luxo balls, 2 badges, and 2 Woody ears, and 500 magic. And we have all those things. And because all of those requirements are met, I cannot tap any of those icons to have it show us where we could find more of them. So all I can do is level him up. So let's tap level up. It's another quick one. It's really nice about the beginning of the game is that these timers are typically all very short. And I want to check in with Mickey. Send Mickey to enjoy the fun wheel. I can't do that until we upgrade him to level 3. I will wait for now for that. And let me tap on Goofy. Send Goofy to relax on the fun wheel. He can do that for 2 minutes. Okay, let me tap the ride quest on the left, which says build Al's toy barn. Let's see what we need. We need 750 magic to do that. And that one has an exclamation by it. I think that's because it's new, like it's newly available to us. And some of the icons on the bottom left have the exclamation. So we're in attractions right now. I'm going to tap on this one. These are some other kind of building. I don't know. Available, not available. Okay, that I don't know yet. Different icons? I'll wait on those. So these have to be different kinds of buildings. That's all it's got to be, but I thought this was an attraction. Okay, a little confused on what some of our symbols mean. In the meantime, let me take a scroll through here so that we can see some more of what's available to us eventually once we're able to afford it. And I wish I could zoom in on some of these right now and show you closer because they're just so cool looking. I really love how everything looks in this game. Okay, that'll give you an idea of some of the things that are available. But for now, let's go back to here for Al's Toy Barn. That's 750 magic. I don't have a whole lot of magic, so that is a lot of it, but I'm going to do it. Let's do it. And it's suggesting to put it right there. Oops. So, you know what? Let me just move it this way a little bit. There. And that is going to take 2 minutes to build. And Goofy just finished. Yeah, let's see. So let's go into characters because I want to see what Mickey needs to go up to level 3. Well, Pluto has a exclamation. Oh, okay. Pluto costs 200 gems. And if you notice in the top right, we have 23. So I can only imagine how long it would take me to gather enough gems to welcome Pluto. That is going to take me a long time. So here's Mickey. So what he needs to reach level 3 is 3 glove tokens and 3 Mickey ear hats. Okay, if I tap them, the two now, the token, either token, the gloves or the hat token, it will again tell us where to find them. So I guess we can get them from Mickey's house as a reward, or Goofy can if he's a level 2. He has a task that could help us at level 2. So not yet. And how do I get a Mickey ears hat? I guess I can't. I have to reach an enchantment for Mickey's house. And other things. I'm just not there yet. So for the foreseeable future, I don't have any way to get these icons to even get Mickey leveled up to level 2. So that is going to be slow goings, and that is just an example of how this can be kind of slow and take a really long time to make progress, and that, you know, it's kind of frustrating. Al's Toy Barn is done being built. And I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit so we can take a better look. And if I tap it, it tells us that it gives us 8 stars and 83 magic every 4 hours. Let's see what Woody needs. Some quests have more than one step, like this one you just unlocked. Okay. Send Woody to interview toys at the Toy Barn. And then there's also another task, search for more clues. So let's do the head to the Toy Barn quest first. There he goes, won't take long. Okay, then I know that Woody has the castle icon next to him, so I know that is a quest that's going to keep us moving along. So the other part is search for clues. Let's see how he searches. Okay, what about Mickey? Send Mickey to enjoy the fun wheel. Oh, we can't send Mickey to enjoy the fun wheel or gain insight because he's not level 3 and won't be for a long time. But I can have him do other things, search for friends or research magic. He can do either of those things. There, we'll have him search for friends. And Woody's all set. When two hearts are connected, nothing can stop magic that powerful. Welcome, Bo Peep. This activity has a chance to drop this token. Okay, but Mickey's doing that task right now. But I can end it for free, so might as well. Okay, so we have some new quests for Bo Peep on the side, on the left side. So let's look at the top ones just to welcome her. So the second one is check if anything needs doing. And in order to earn that token, we have to send Mickey to check on things. No, thank you. Okay, so now we can see he can check on things for 60 seconds and it will be common. That token is a common drop. So we'll have him do that. And then what about her ears token? We can have Woody search for more clues. And it's common. That's a common drop for that task for him. So we will have him working on something, Mickey working on something. And again, I don't believe it's guaranteed that they will drop those. It's just common for those tokens to be dropped. That's my understanding. I could be wrong though. What's Goofy doing? He can't do much for getting us tokens just yet. So we'll have him run in panic because that seems practical. And we did get a Bo Peep token. We got one, which we needed. And we got one of the ear tokens. So let's go into characters now because it said she was ready. Perfect. And it's right. We only needed one of each. Okay, perfect. So let's welcome Bo Peep. Discovery rewards. Congratulations will reward you with a couple of items every time you complete a section of the tutorial. So it looks like we completed the third section. Does that mean we get all of those things? All of those tokens, the gems, everything as a reward? Let's see. We had it's going to give us 1,500 magic. I don't remember quite what we were at. And 15 gems. I'll definitely know if we have 15 gems added. I'll say sweet, thanks. There's Rex. Scary birds. I think we did get all of those magic and gems and icons as a reward. So that is great. Now the ravens are back. So we're going to have to go shoo them away. So there was one. I can search all over for more, or I can just go back to the quest and have it take me right to them. I think one is behind the fun wheel. Yes. Okay, we gotta wait for more to appear. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it here because hopefully you get the idea about this game and what it's like getting started. Okay, Mickey, I'll tap on you here. Every day, chests are hidden around the kingdom for you to find. Search around and collect them to get rewards. Okay, so there's, and as I'm about to end, and then here's another new thing, a new bit of information. So there's one of the chests. Let's tap it, and let's see what they give us. LeFou's brew stand. Oh, that's fun. Well done. There's plenty of chests to discover in the kingdom each day. Keep an eye out and good luck. In addition to the hidden chests, you also get 2 free chests. The action finder will remind you to collect them. Okay, here's a screen showing chests we are able to get. And I can see on the right already some are going to cost us gems. Pixar ball token and magic. And then I want to collect this one too though before we leave. No, I got to X out. Okay. All right, so now I think I will wrap it up here. Hopefully this has given you, between part 1 and this video part 2, it's given you a good idea about this game in case it's something that you're interested in playing. It's just gonna get like harder and slower once you start trying to welcome more characters, because the requirements to welcome them are going to get harder, and also the requirements, like the amount of magic you need and the amount of gems that you need to buy, essentially to buy different rides and attractions and things, those numbers are going to get so high, it's going to get hard. That's what I remember. I really like this game, and it's super cute, and I love seeing all the characters. But I struggled with keeping up with it, and I felt like I was getting nowhere for a long time. So I'll have to see if I keep up with this one, or if I go back and play some of my save data. I'm not quite sure yet, because yeah, I've taken a look at my save data from 4 years ago, and I have to like welcome 3 characters, and I have to upgrade these rides basically and stuff, and I don't know how I'm ever gonna get there and finish anything. So it's a little frustrating, but it is a really cute game. And I think I need to go look for, like, I don't know, some tips, like a Facebook group or something to join, to find out some tips if I'm going to be playing, and how to really like get the most out of my game and help myself. So yes, Mickey, I know you need attention. I will get to you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you followed part 1 and now part 2, if you play this game, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you and any tips that you have as well. So thanks very much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye.